Hi, everybody. What's up, Instagram and Facebook? It's album release day, and I am just now able to go live. So you guys come on in, share this live feed. What? I am so excited right now. I am so excited. I'm trying to comment down below. Let's see. Hey, what's up, friend? Tell your family that we love y'all and we miss you very, very much. Ava is in the house. Stacy is in the house. Hey, sis. I literally just got to Arkansas. Just pulled up into my parents' driveway. Just unloaded the car and scarfed a couple bites of food for dinner. And told my parents, I love y'all so much. We're going to talk later because I've got to go do a car live feed to share my dadgum album with my social media fam. I'm so excited, you guys. Hey, comment down below where you guys are tuning in from while we wait for the algorithms to get it out there and everybody start jumping on here. So comment where you're tuning in from and what you're doing. Where are you from and what are you doing? Are you in bed already? I'm so sorry if I'm waking you up with all of the hype, but Ava's in the house. I love you, cousin. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to acknowledge you. Wisconsin's in the house. What's up? Oh, Wisconsin in Facebook and Wisconsin in Instagram. What is up with that? That's awesome. Heartland from Stacy. What's up, Stacy? I know we've been talking tonight, so it's good to see you on here. Ava is from Arkansas. She's in the house tonight. What are you guys doing? I am so excited. I don't know if you've heard the album, but we're going to listen to it. We're going to talk about all the things. I want to do a question and answer, answer all the questions. I just want to chat. I want to talk about this album. I know I've done an interview already with my daughter on YouTube. If you watched the YouTube interview, let me know down below. I would love to know how many of y'all watched the interview. But if you have not watched the interview, I wanted to kind of go deeper into the thought behind this album and the heart posture of where these songs came from. Especially if you're a songwriter, if you're a worship leader, if you're any of those things, like it always intrigues me when I go back to albums that I really enjoy. It intrigues me in how they were created and how they came about. So I wanted to go really deep into those stories tonight and see how much I can share with you guys. So haven't received the CD yet, haven't listened to it yet. That is okay. You can go to Spotify and check it out while you wait for the CD. And I do have physical copies. Somebody said a lot of people don't have CD players, but a lot of people do. And everywhere I go, they ask, do you have actual CDs or just downloads? So I wanted to get actual CDs of this album. So it's beautiful, y'all. Look at this. And it's got all of the songs on the back. And we're going to listen to it here in just a minute. And so, you can't see it, but it says, "Friend, you are braving the sky, Alyssa Holt," on the front of the CD. So, California's in the house. What's up, Michelle? Hey, everybody jumping on. Do me a favor. Share this, and we're going to jump into listening to the album. I do want to get at least... We need to get a good group of people on here before I start pumping the music. So you guys share it, tag people down below. Let's get them in here so that we can listen to the album together before I head to bed. I wanted to go live last night and my friends, my awesome friends, a group of my friends from Georgia, I made a pit stop in Georgia. I had a 17-hour road trip that I just took over the course of 2 days. And so I made a pit stop in Georgia. And when I showed up at their house last night, they had a small little release party for me. They had a cake with my album cover on the front of it. It was so cute. And Anyway, we just had a great time, and we piled in my car and we listened to the album, and I got their reactions for the first time, and I'm fixing to play it for you guys here in just a second. So you guys come in, if you're just jumping on, comment down below, let me know where you're from so we can say, hey Aunt Missy, I love you too. Thank you for buying the album. You ordered 2, one for your cousin, recently diagnosed with breast cancer. Man, I am praying for her in Jesus' name. Listen, send her to my page for some encouragement, because she'll find a lot of content that will really encourage her, especially my YouTube. Definitely do that. I love y'all in Douglas. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Okay, so if you've listened to the album, Alabama's in the house. What's up, Christy? Comment down below your favorite emoji if you have listened to the album, or better yet, comment down below your favorite song on the album. I want to see. I've had you guys messaging me all day, and I loved seeing the different takes on the songs and how people were drawn to different ones. I had a lot of people drawn to The Blood Has Won. I had a lot of people drawn to Peace. And everybody's drawn to different ones, so I can say, but I think that those two and Braving the Sky are probably the top ones. So I'm curious. Peace, The Blood Has Won, The Blood Has Won. That's awesome. The Blood Has Won is my mama's favorite song. Rory's favorite song is Peace. Kinsley, I think, likes Peace. And so what did you guys think about my daughters singing on the album with me? Track number 5, both of my daughters, not just Rory, both of my girls are singing on track number 5 with me. And I'm obsessed. Peace. I love Peace. Peace is so good. I see that a lot of people like Peace. Boston is in the house. What's up? I know, it was so awesome getting them to sing with me. I was a blubbering basket case, so we'll talk about that here in a minute and like that whole story. But let's start out with Kamisha. I see you, sis. I'm here in Warren. Stacy, I cried too. When I listened to the playback of us 3 singing Brave Girls, I bawled. It was just so overwhelming, and he gave me that track when we left the studio. He went ahead and airdropped that to me, and I listened to it over and over again while I went to sleep that night, just sobbing, because I was like, Brandon would be a basket case right now. If he heard this track and heard the girls singing on it, he would be a basket case. You guys share real quick. Get it out there. If you share this live feed, you will get put into the giveaway for free merch and a free signed copy of the album, free t-shirts, free stuff. So all you have to do is click share and put it on your page. And tomorrow I'm going to go live and announce the winners. And I'm not just listing one winner. I'm going to be doing multiple winners. So you guys just click that share button. We're going to get it out there. We're fixing to play the music and listen to it. But I want to start. How do I want to start? What do you guys want to know? Like, maybe throw some questions out. I want to start like kind of sharing my heart, trying to figure out where to begin. So let me begin with how we came to actually record this project. Okay, we'll start there. Obviously, I can't go into everything probably tonight, but we're going to hit on a lot of it. So 1 year prior, if that's okay, Kamisha. She said, I'm not trying to hit angry faces. I'm trying to hit the other buttons. That's so funny. So 1 year prior to getting into the studio, it was very interesting. It was spring break of 2023. And my husband and I were dropping the girls off in Atlanta to go see their dad. And we left a restaurant, and he was like, we're going to call Colin, who is my producer. And hey, Oklahoma, what's up? So excited you're in the house. And so anyway, Colin is my producer, who is actually the son of Brandon's producer. And he actually produced Brandon's album, Sound of Worship, which had Good Good Father, which had Sing It Anyway, Lion and the Lamb. Y'all know these songs that Brandon did. If you don't know Brandon Holt, that's my husband. I know that there's some people that follow me that never knew Brandon, which is wild to me, but just Google him and you'll see all of his music is amazing. And so, his dad, my producer's dad, actually produced Brandon's Sound of Worship album. And so it was spring break of 2023, and Brandon was like, we got to call Colin because your sound is so much different than my sound. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was really nervous to release this album because it's so different than Brandon and so different than what I do as a worship leader. And I think that, and let me just speak into your life, if you're a songwriter, if you're a artist in any way, but you also lead worship, your music does not have to sound like the rest of the Christian industry. And I think for some reason, Christian artists all like to stay sounding the same way. Like, we already have a Maverick City. Why are we trying to duplicate Maverick City over and over again and trying to recreate groups that sound and look and dress and perform just like Maverick City when we already have a Maverick City? Why are we trying to duplicate Carrie Job when there's already a Carrie Job? Why are we trying to duplicate, Jen Johnson? You know what I mean? Like, whoever your vibe is, Naomi Rain, whoever it is, we already have those. We don't have you, right? We don't have you. And so for the longest time, I was scared to share me with the world because it's so different than worship leader Alyssa that sings all of the popular worship leading songs. And I didn't know how it would be accepted. And so when I shared my music with my husband, he freaked out and he was like, well, first of all, I'll tell you that story here in a little bit. The first song I ever shared with him was Phoenix. And that was the first night we ever talked. And we'll talk about that. But he was like, Alyssa, your sound is so different. My people can't do your sound. He was like, you need Colin. And Colin is my producer's son. And he's got your vibe. And he can do this. And he totally did, y'all. He killed the game. He was a beast. Like, he made this whole thing come alive, and it's just beyond anything I ever fathomed or imagined. And thank you so much. And so, I know we were just talking about this 5 months ago, Kamisha, and it's here. And so I was really nervous because I'm like, okay, this is going to be really different than singing Good Good Father or singing our, Do It Again, or, all of our Psalm 23, our songs that we sing all the time on our lives. And so Brandon was like, let's call Colin. We talked to him. That was March of 2023, 3 weeks before Brandon passed away. We got on the phone with my producer in this car, and we were traveling back from Atlanta to Florida. And we stayed on the phone with him for a while. And we talked about how this project has to happen. And I sent him a handful of original songs. And Brandon actually, hey, Hannah. Brandon actually helped us pick out the songs that are on this project for you. And so that's special to me. He didn't get to hear the final product, but he helped us pick all the songs out. And it's awesome. And so anyway, that's gonna make me cry, Kamisha. I love that. I spoke with Brandon when he did the music for the First Ladies and me about possibly coming to our church, but we never got to. I came across a video on my phone that I recorded that night at that event. Aww. So excited for you. Adelina and I have been watching you and the girls. Yay! I'm so happy y'all have. That's so exciting. And so that's how the project came about. So 3 weeks after we discussed the project with the producer and picked out the songs, Brandon passed away. And it broke my heart. It literally broke my heart. And I remember reaching out to Colin and I told him, don't forget about me. We're going to put a pin in this. We're going to come back to it when I'm ready. Give me some time. Obviously, my husband just passed away. I need some time. But when it's time, we're going to get this project recorded. And it's so funny because that was right after Brandon passed away. Right towards November. Thank you so much, Melissa. We definitely need the prayers, continuous prayers in Jesus' name. But in November, Colin reached out and he was like, hey, he actually FaceTimed me. And he was like, Alyssa! And he was like, listen. He's like, I've been praying for you today. And I feel like God said it's time to do this project. Are you ready to do this project? And I was like, I am. I am. Half of me is scared, but the rest of me is like, yes, it's time. And he's like, it is time. And so anyway, we recorded in February and now it's here. And yes, Brandon is so a part of all of this plan, and he just lined everything up with the Holy Spirit's help and the nudging of the Holy Spirit. I feel like the Holy Spirit nudged Brandon to get this going. And it set us on the path that got this album out for y'all today. And just so stinking excited. So we got it done. And I'm going to play the first song. Okay, we're going to play the first song. Are y'all ready? Let me see here. My daughters, they don't understand CD etiquette here. They touch all of the, well, where is my little wipey cloth at? They touch all of the CD. And then my daughter was like, I don't understand why it's skipping. I said, you're not supposed to touch the back of the CD. But they don't understand that because everything's digital nowadays, right? So I think that's hilarious. I think that is so hilarious. Yes, come get your signed copy, Kamisha. I've got them. I have got them. Sorry, I'm trying to find me a little thing because I don't want to scratch this CD. I think it's good. If it's not good, then it's okay. We'll go inside and get a new one. Okay, are y'all ready? Here's the first song, Braving the Sky. Hopefully Facebook and Instagram doesn't turn me off for sharing this. If you can hear this, give me a heart party. If it sounds good. Is it distorted at all? Lullabies are meant to sing. Okay, this is where we dance it out. You guys hit that share button. You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. It's in you I delight, and I am placing you higher. You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. It's in you I delight, and I am placing you higher. My dad brought me a wipe cloth for my CD. He was watching me live. Dream it, dream it, dream again. Go ahead and rest your weary eyes. So good, y'all. This darkness wasn't meant to break you, but lead you to light. That's Colin doing background. Lullabies are meant to sing. Close your eyes and go to sleep. You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. It's in you I delight, and I am placing you higher. You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. used to sing this part to my girls every night when they went to sleep. Right here, this part, okay? Listen.
Come now, come now, come now. Let's climb this mountain. Your hand is in my hand, darling. It's dark, it's dark, it's dark, but there is a future written in starlight, darling. Come now, come now, come now. Let's climb this mountain. Your hand is in my hand, darling. It's dark, it's dark, it's dark. There is a future written in starlight, darling. You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. It's in you I delight. I am placing you higher. You are brave in the sky.
My daughter's looking at stars right now.
It's in you I delight. I am placing you higher.
So good. He killed it on this.
Placing you higher. And I am placing you higher.
And that's track number 1, Braving the Sky. Yay! So, okay, I want to tell you the story behind it. Did that sound okay? Just so I know for the next songs. If it was like distorted at any point, let me know. So that song was written in this house that I'm at right now. My parents live here now. And what's so special about Braving the Sky, like, I was thinking about it on the way here as I was listening to it over and over again. Thank you, guys. So I wrote this song here at this house in Arkansas, and I actually was going through a divorce after 10 years of marriage. And that's a long time to be with somebody and walk away from an entire identity, right? Like, I had someone else's last name for a whole decade and had to walk away from it and trust the Lord. And me and the girls were really struggling, okay? My girls could not sleep at night. I could not sleep at night. And I said, you know what? I'm going to write us a song. And I went into the living room one night after they cried themselves to sleep, and I wrote this song, Braving the Sky. And the concept behind it was really that it may look dark right now, girls, but it is in the dark that you see the stars come to life. And sometimes it takes the darkness of our life for the stars and the purpose in our life to come to light and for people to actually see what God is doing. And so I talk about, you know, you are braving the sky, singing your lullaby. And I took that from Zephaniah because it says that the Lord sings over us. And he sings over us songs. And I believe he sings over each of us personal songs. He sings over me a personal song. He sings over you personal songs. And so Braving the Sky was really about the Lord singing over us in our nighttime hour, and us looking at it as, you know what, we may have to climb a mountain. The mountain is divorce. The mountain may be disease. The mountain may be depression. The mountain may be financial lack. Whatever your mountain is, we may have to climb it, but his hand is in your hand, and you are made for the starlight. The stars are going to shine in your darkest night hour, and God is going to show you how good he is. And so that's where that song came from. And really, we just kept that song throughout our entire, the last 7 years. So that song was written 7 years ago, Braving the Sky. And it's just now released so you guys can have it. And so it carried us through divorce. It carried us through cancer. It carried us through Brandon's death. Hey, James. And so... yeah. And yeah, Rory's out here with binoculars right now looking at the stars on the front porch. I would totally show you her if it wasn't such a pain to take these down and show you her and put it back up. But she's out here with binoculars with my dad looking at the stars, which is so perfect because we were listening to Braving the Sky. And so, oh, Hannah, that's so sweet. So that's where Braving the Sky came from. And the whole concept behind it is that your season may look dark, but it is only in the dark that the night shows the stars. And it is only in the night that dreams can come alive. In other words, if you're in a night hour, don't allow the enemy to steal your dreams from you in the night hour. You need to dream again. The second verse, it says, dreamer, dream your dream again. You've got to dream again. It may look dark. It may be a night hour, but dream again, because God doesn't want you to stop dreaming when it looks hopeless and dark and scary. That is the moment where it all comes alive if you let it. God takes the worst seasons of our life and makes it the best. He makes it the best season. So, yes, dream again. Dream again. Okay, are y'all ready for track 2? That was Braving the Sky. We're fixing to move to track 2, which is peace. You guys, okay, should I tell story time of peace before or after? You guys let me know below. Should I tell the story time of peace before, or should we listen to it and then tell you after? Right? The word behind Braving the Sky, listen, there's so much power in it. So much power. Somebody said before, somebody said after. What does Facebook say? After. Okay. Okay. Let's see if Rory wants to rock out to this one with me. Rory, do you want to rock out to peace with me on live? I'm going to scoop my chair back and push this steering wheel up and we'll turn it on. Say hi to everybody. We've got Instagram. And see, she's got her binoculars. She was looking at the stars. Okay. We're very...
Push your chair back.
It's all the way back. Okay, are we ready?
No, listen. Oh. I was looking at the store over across the street, and I could see the Coke machines in there.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're ready. Okay, here we go. This is peace. And get ready. This is, if you haven't heard this, what's your favorite one? Peace is your favorite one, isn't it?
Actually, I think I changed it.
Oh, you changed it?
I don't know which one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, put this down. You ready? Here we go. The beginning of this kills me. It's so good.
When I first heard it, I thought it was so cool.
Be still my heart and be at peace. Quiet these thoughts and rest with ease. You know the plans you have for me.
You know the plans you have for me.
The boat may rock me side to side. The waves may
Y'all
sound
hit
like
share.
crashing by. The wind may spin me all around. But I know that when I fix my gaze on you, dance on water, speak to tunes, see dead things breathe, and the waves beneath my feet. And if I only speak your name, the rhythm of your grace will play and lead me to a place.
It is a pop.
This is not a place that's you. It's where everything breaks to be made new. A moment where pain could change my view. Walking by faith and knowing I'm rescued. Peace is not a place, it's you. Peace is not a place, it's you. Peace is not a place, it's you.
I Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
What did y'all think about that one? Y'all let me know down below.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I tripped on the
So
wall.
there was peace. Let me share the story time behind peace. Oh, thank you, Ari. I love that. That's your favorite one, Stacy? Yay! You guys love it. I love that. So, okay, peace. Peace was written. So, okay, all of the songs on the album was written from a 7 years ago time span. And the most recent one, the furthest one was 7 years ago. The most recent one was less than 2 years ago. But peace was written in a moment of my life that I had zero peace. Like, zero peace. And this is what I want you to hear, okay? Just because you don't have peace does not mean that you cannot be celebrating peace and praising God for peace in the middle of something that is not peaceful. And so I wrote Peace, that song right there, right after I lost all of my hair to chemo. So I had just shaved my head from chemo, and I was going to chemo every single week for 6 months. And I was in a moment of my life that was not peaceful. And the Lord reminded me of the Israelites. And he reminded me of how they walked across on dry ground. You know, the Red Sea, it split and they walked across on dry ground. But when they got to the other side, all of the enemies that were chasing them got swallowed up in the water and drowned. And the Lord just told me, listen, you may feel like you're being chased down by disease. And I want to speak to somebody right now, okay? I'm going to preach for a moment. You may feel like you're being chased down by depression, anxiety. Maybe you feel like you're being chased down by doubt and worry and fear or whatever it is. But I want you to understand that when God says he's going to deliver you, he's going to deliver you. And not just halfway and not just enough, but all the way and better than you could ever imagine, okay? And the Lord was like, listen, you may have to walk through some things. You're going to have to walk through it, Alyssa. But he said, you're going to watch the enemy of cancer drown. This is not the end of your story. And so the part that it says, here I am dancing in the eye of the storm. I am dancing. You know that quote that says, you got to learn how to dance in the rain. Well, my thought was, I've got to learn to dance in the eye of the storm. I was smack dab in the middle of the eye of the storm. Okay. My hair was just shaved from chemo. I still had didn't even realize another, almost 2-year cancer journey ahead of me, because I would get diagnosed with cancer again. And I didn't even realize that. And, my thought was, you know what? Peace is not a place. It's not a place that you finally come to that God is like, okay, now I'm going to give you peace. Peace is a person. His name is Jesus. Peace isn't a place. It's you. It's God. It's him in the middle of the storm with me while I am dancing it out. And we can absolutely dance in the middle of our storm, knowing that the enemies will drown and that the person peace is with us. So that's where peace came from. And, it's just been something that I have sang around my house since I wrote it when my hair fell out. And I would catch Brandon in the kitchen making himself a sandwich, and he'd be singing the whole song. And he's like, babe, this is a bop. He's like, this is a bop, babe. This right here, this is a bop. This is stuck in my head. And he loved it. He loved that song. So he was so excited about getting it recorded. But also what I love is that the triumph in it, you know. I think that we can get so focused on the severity of our storm and the severity of our fight and the severity of the thing that we're going through that we don't realize joy is what brings you through your journey. Right? Joy brings you through your journey. You guys share this if you haven't already. And I think the Lord calls us in the middle of the most hard moments of our life. I think the Lord calls us to, in faith, step out and speak triumphant victory over something that seems so desperately hopeless. And you know, throughout Psalm, it says to dance, it says to clap your hands, it says to wave a banner of praise, you know, and many of those times that he's saying that, he's saying it in hopeless moments. And so that's where peace came from, is like, nope, I'm not going to sit here and be upset that my hair's gone and I'm going through cancer. I'm going to dance in the middle of the storm and watch my enemies drown. And that's where that came from. So that's peace. That is peace. Are you guys ready for track 3? Are you ready for track 3? The most peace I've felt in a very long time. Wow, Abby, I love that. I absolutely love that. Yes, I love it too, Kathy. I do. It's so good. And so that one, so I kind of went back and forth. So Braving the Sky was written 7 years ago during divorce era. Peace was written during the beginning stages of cancer, right after I lost my hair, which I want to remind you, I lost my hair 11 days after I started chemo. So that really was written like at the very beginning of my cancer journey. And so now we're going to move on to The Blood Has Won. And this one was written right after my double mastectomy. So right after it looked like I had lost everything. As a woman, I decided to write a song. The blood has won. People may say I lost, but I've won because Jesus said so. So this is the song, The Blood Has Won. I'm going to start it now. You guys share. Don't forget to put your emojis and hearts and all that down below so I know you're dancing it out with me and I'm not over here by myself because my daughter went inside. So here we go. So good. Listen to the words of this song. Listen to it.
I'm not stuck, I choose to stay, 'cause shadows form where light's displayed. Been delivered, not delayed. It's in the valley, roots are made. Dust kicks up when walls fall down, and mountains move when my faith makes sound. Healings in disease, from thorny crowns come victory. You were struck so I could speak. It's done, rain from a tree.
Stay with me.
The blood has won. I've overcome. My death to set me free. Getting close, now I'm redeemed.
Yeah.
The blood has won. I've overcome. You were struck so I could
So good.
speak. It's done, rain from a tree. The blood has won. I've overcome. My death to set me free. Clean and close, now I'm redeemed. The blood has won. I've overcome.
So this little part right here is me singing the verse John 1:5.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome.
So this is a scripture, John 1:5.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. If it's said, I receive. If it's written, I believe. We don't need it.
Yes, a war song, Hannah.
Overcoming is your history. If you say, it's written, I believe.
it. And so what I love about this whole song right here, The Blood Has Won, is I wrote this song on the piano. And so I just did the chant, the blood has won, I've overcome, you know, and Colin captured that and just made it a whole, I'm like, listen, it's a anthem. It's an anthem. Can you hear it? And he captured that perfectly, made it a whole war cry. Phenomenal. So I wrote The Blood Has Won, literally, I wrote The Blood Has Won literally after my double mastectomy. And so it was just like so cool that, sorry, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Okay. So I wrote The Blood Has Won right after my double mastectomy. And I remember Brandon and I, we were at a conference, we were doing worship, and I was not fully healed yet. And we were in the hotel room and I was doing my hair and I was frustrated. So this is the behind the scenes of working out The Blood Has Won, right? So I was frustrated because I had no mobility. After you go through such a massive surgery like that, you have no mobility in your arms. So I was stuck like this and I could not lift my arms past this right here. That's it. And I was getting mad. I was getting so mad because I'm like, we've got to go lead worship. I'm going to have to sit on a stool the whole time. I'm tired of sitting on stools because I had to do that the whole way through chemo. I'm like, I just want to worship. If you know me, I'm a worshiper. I move, I jump, I spin, I bow down. Like I'm a worshiper. I don't just stand. I can't just stand because God's done too much for me. And so I remember in the bathroom, I'm getting ready and I'm like, man, how am I even going to worship tonight? You know? And I heard the Lord say, hasn't my blood won? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, then you need to start thanking me for what you've won instead of complaining about what's happening right now in your life. And so I literally took and, right? Every single song sounds different and has a story. I love it. So, I remember standing in that bathroom and I started singing, you were struck so I could speak. It is done, rang from a tree. And I went into the hotel room and I turned around. Brandon's sitting on the edge of the bed, putting his jewelry on. I go, the blood has won. I've overcome. And he looked at me and was like, what is this? What is this? Because I like it. I like it a lot. And so I started singing it and he was like, babe, we've got to find a way to record the song. And I'm like, I know, we have to. And so, there were so many times that me and him sat down to try to make it our song. And every time we tried to make it our song, Brandon was like, this is not our song. He was like, this is your song. He's like, babe, this is your song. This is your anthem. This is your anthem. And, it was just such a beautiful moment of releasing a sound of worship, quite literally in the middle of my battle where I'm wounded. And so what I want to encourage you with is that you can be wounded in a battle. I literally had scars to prove my wounding. I was not even healed yet. They had not even fully closed. They weren't there yet. And, you know, I still couldn't even use my arms. I was still healing. And in the middle of my wounding, it was like I was a soldier in battle that had been wounded, but yet I'm going to let my warfare, my worship sound off louder than my pain. And I want to ask you, how often are you letting your worship sound off louder than your pain? Because so many times when we get with people who are wounded, all we hear is the cry of their wounding instead of the cry of their worship. And I just think that there's healing in allowing yourself. Oh, I've got a slow connection over here. I think that there is healing in allowing yourself to cry out in worship rather than cry out in wounding. And, you know, I'm just going to tell you, when you do nothing but cry out in wounding, it keeps you stuck in the pain. and the trauma and the torment and the tragedy. But when you start to lift your voice above that pain of wounding and you begin to speak into it, the sound of heaven, the blood has won. I've overcome. It may look like I'm wounded right now. It may look like I've lost. It may look like things were stolen, but I have won because God says so. If it's written, I believe it. If he says it, I receive it. The blood has won. I overcome, and it became a war cry for me. You guys know we have our tattoos that Brennan and I had, matching tattoos. It says he won equals I win. And we said that throughout the entire cancer journey. And it just became a family thing that we say all the time now is, if Jesus won, how can I lose? If Jesus won, I win. The blood has won. I overcome because he already overcame. And so I just hope that you'll listen to that and that you will just let it be a part of your, life, and whatever it is that you are going through, that you would see that, you would see that God is in it with you and that he has equipped you to overcome. So that is Blood Has Won. A lot of y'all said you love that one, but we're going to move on to Phoenix. You guys still want story times afterwards or before? We might just go ahead and listen to Phoenix real quick. This is track number 4. We're almost done, and then I'm going to sign off. We only have one more track after this one. But this is Phoenix, and we're going to listen to this one, and then I'm going to tell you the story time behind Phoenix because it's really special. It's really, really special. So here we go.
Won't you listen to me sing my song? It echoes now around your throne with perfect harmony, and I'll sing
This is
a
my
melody that's great.
I love this one because it's so chill.
To serenade you, my king, with the sound of my worship. Even when it's broken, I'll just hold on and I'll sing it out. 'Cause my worship was meant to soak you as I bow. In the flame, I won't burn up, I won't burn out. I will rise from
I love
the
that.
ashes with a brand new sound. In the flame, I won't burn up, I won't burn out. I will rise from the ashes with a brand new sound. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long. Close my eyes and count to 3. My tongue will write you poetry. These words will drip like oil at your feet. With my serenade, and my lips will dance with melody as they're singing out its love for thee. This fire comes to purify my soul. My Phoenix, every in the flame, I won't burn up, I won't burn out. I will rise from the ashes with a brand new sound. In the flame, I won't burn up, I won't burn out. I will rise from the ashes with a brand new sound. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long. Around your throne, 24/7 all day long.
I love that. I love it so much because you guys, this song right here, Phoenix, yeah, they really are, Hannah. Like, I love that they all tell a story. It's so awesome. But Phoenix, that song right there, is what made Brandon fall in love with me. I mean, he was already falling in love with me. On our live worship where I went on his page and sang Good, Good Father. But then the next night he called me and we talked on the phone at this house that I'm at right now. This was the house that I was on the live with Brandon when he asked me to come on live. And you may not know our story. You may not have followed Brandon Holt, but if you didn't, that's a shame because you know, he's just awesome and you should go check out his music too. But, I was in this house when he invited me on his live and I started singing, Good, Good Father. And then the next night he called me for the first time and we talked until 5 o'clock in the morning. And both of us, it was a Saturday night and both of us had to lead worship the next day. And so we were like, we both only get 2 hours of sleep before we have to get up and worship. And so he was like, hey, before we get off the phone, are you working on any new songs? And I was like, well, yeah, actually, I just wrote a new song called Phoenix. And he was like, well, you should send it to me. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not happening because no way. And he talked me into it because he's good at stuff like that. And so I sent him Phoenix and he called me back and was like, I think I just fell in love with you. I literally think I just fell in love with you. And so Phoenix just sealed the deal. It just sealed the deal. And so now Phoenix is on the album for you guys. But really, I wrote that song out of, once again, it was that season of divorce. And it was really me trying to find a new identity. Okay. And this is a story behind Phoenix because I want you to understand when you feel like everything in your life has been swallowed up with what seems to be fire in your life. You know, there's so many areas in my life that seem to swallow up my identity, including divorce, including now widowhood, you know, my husband passing away and me having to completely start over and figure out who Alyssa is by herself. Cancer tried to swallow up my identity by taking my hair and my eyelashes and my eyebrows and my breast, like changing everything about me. And I have scars all over my body and I had to accept a whole new version of Alyssa. And can I just go ahead and share something with you? There is for the rest of your life until you die and you are buried or cremated, whatever you choose, you will always find fires that come to totally surround you and take away who you are. And it's always going to be a struggle because you're never going to find a time in life that is going to be perfect and nothing bad is happening. And, that's just part of life, y'all. That's just part of life. And so when I sat down with my guitar to sing Phoenix, I actually was writing a very depressing song. And it's kind of interesting because the Lord started to convict me. And he said, Alyssa, I did not give you a gift of writing songs. I did not give you a psalmist anointing for you to write depressing music. And I just kind of sat there like, well, I'm depressed right now, Lord. And he said, what would you say if you looked at this from a different perspective? How would you sing about the fire without it being woe is me? And so I switched it up and I said, well, then it's my Phoenix serenade. And that's where the song came from was, yeah, the fire's here. Everything seems to have burnt to ashes. I'm having to figure out my life again, but I'm going to rise from the ashes with a brand new sound. Worship is going to be on my lips. Even if it's broken, I'm still going to sing it because 24/7 all day long in heaven, they are singing holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. And even if I am broken down and everything is crumbling around me, my worship may be broken, but I'm going to sing holy, holy, holy because he is that good. And I will rise from these ashes with a sound on my lips. And so that's where Phoenix came from. And it just became a part of my life. It really did. yes, God always tells us how it is, right? He always puts us back in our place in a loving kind of way. And the song ended up being 20 times better his way than it was my way in depression, right? And so anyway, so that's how Phoenix came about. And then it's just so crazy how after we wrote, I wrote that song in that season of my life, but it's crazy how after we recorded Phoenix, the whole meaning of the song has so much more depth now because I'm a widow. See, I wrote this song in the ashes of my life as a wife that was left by a husband that no longer wanted me. And then I released the song as a wife who has become a widow. Do you see that? Like, crazy to me how both circumstances required me rising up with a new sound on my lips. And Phoenix means so much to me because I'm gonna get really vulnerable right now. I might cry. I don't want to cry. Sorry. Phoenix means so much because I almost gave up on worship. I almost quit singing after Brandon died. And I said I never wanted to sing again. I said I never, and that wasn't to be a sad, sobby story. That's real life, okay? Your person dies, and you're left here on earth to navigate life without your person after you beat disease 2 times. I didn't want to do music. I did not want to do worship. I did not want to sing anymore. And I kept coming back to Phoenix. I kept coming back to it, man. That no, I'm here in a pile of ashes, quite literally, and I have to pick myself up and rise back up. And I've got to learn the fact that, you know what, I'm going to have a new sound. It's going to be different now because my husband's not with me. This is a brand new sound. I'm reintroducing Alyssa Holt to you through this album. And I have to rise up with a brand new sound, a brand new way of going about life. But I'm not going to let the enemy steal my worship because he so tried. He almost got me to quit. I was just right there. But then the Lord was like, no, you're not doing it. So that's the story of Phoenix. It's very powerful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you guys for being so sweet. I would love that, Hannah. I would. I just really want the Lord to use all of it. Okay. So this is track number 5. I'm fixing to show you. And this is called Brave Girls. And this is me and both of my daughters singing on the song. You can tell which one's which, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys who's who when they sing. So I'm going to let you know. It starts off with Rory. So listen to this, and then I'll tell you the story time. Here we go.
You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night, it's in you I delight. And I am placing you higher.
And it's me and Rory.
You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night, it's in you I delight.
I love that, Ari.
And I am placing you higher.
This is Kinsley, my oldest.
You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night, it's in you I delight.
Woo!
And I am placing you higher.
Then it goes back to Rory.
And I am placing you higher. And I am placing you higher.
is like Million Dream vibes from Greatest Showman, and I am obsessed with it. So let me give you a little story time on Brave Girls. Thank you guys. So I love the fact that I included the girls. I love the fact that Colin did that right there for us, because so you guys know the whole story behind Braving the Sky. I started this out with Braving the Sky, which this is a, you know, little tag to that, obviously. But Braving the Sky was a fast song, but at nighttime, the girls would often tell me, hey, go get your guitar and sit at the end of our bed and play the song acoustic for me. So there were many nights that I got my guitar and I sang Braving the Sky super slow, just like that, for Brave Girls at the end of their bed until they would fall asleep. And I've got a recording of us three girls singing the song together 7 years ago when this was written. And Brandon had the idea, why don't we include that clip, like a clip of the voice memo of the girls little in the song Braving the Sky, and have it like static out and then go into the new produced version. And so we thought about doing that, but then Colin was like, you know what? You girls have been through so much more since you wrote this song. He was like, you've been through cancer, you've been through death. Like, we need an updated version of you girls singing this song. And it'd be after y'all went through so much together. And he actually surprised us with that track the last day that we were in the studio. And he said, hey, I've got a surprise for you. Let me just play this track. And he played the song, and I literally instantly started crying, because I'm like, this is our lullaby. This is our lullaby. And I was just bawling. And so we recorded it, and when we heard the playback of it, we were like, Brandon would be beside himself, literally beside himself. He would be sobbing, seeing us three girls here in Nashville without him, having braved the entire drive to Nashville, did the whole thing, the whole stay, the whole studio time, all of it. If he walked through the doors and heard that track right there, he'd be like, girls, you did it. You did it. He would be so proud. I love it. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. So that is the entirety of the album, Braving the Sky. You guys go get it. Go get it on iTunes. Download it. If you want a physical copy that is signed by us three girls, you can get the copy on my website, alyssaholt.com. And I will mail those out. Actually, I start mailing them out tomorrow because I'm here. So I've made it to my destination. So I will start mailing those out tomorrow. Peace is your favorite. I love that. And so I just want to go on here, party with you guys for a little bit, dance it out, show you all of the songs, get your take on it all, see what you have to say. And just, I want to say thank you so much for all of the shares, all of the support, for streaming the music, for playing it. That all helps me so much with the music and getting it out there. So the more you stream it, the more you share it, the more you do all of that stuff, it helps me. And I can't do it without y'all. Like, I can write all of the music, but if I don't have y'all helping me share it, it doesn't go nowhere. And so I'm just super grateful for you guys just helping me do kingdom together. Really, we're doing kingdom together. Every time you share it or send it to somebody who is really needing it, you're helping me get the message of hope and who Jesus is to other people who are really devastated and hopeless and need that message. So I just thank you guys. Yay, Hannah. I love that you ordered. Wait, you haven't ordered it, but I'm excited for you to order it. I'm excited for it to go around and just see how many people are just receiving the different messages. Man, I am loving the private messages that I'm getting from different people connecting with the different songs in different ways. And it's just so interesting to me because it's like I have kept these songs under my belt for so long that they've just been mine. And it's so different for me to see people connecting with something that was so personal to me. That's so weird for me in a way. But I love it. I love it. Yay. Thank you, Hope. I love that. I love it. So you guys, thank you for hanging out with me and being a part tomorrow. I'm going to go live tomorrow night. So you have all day tomorrow to share any of my content with any of the songs on it. Every time you share, you get put into a giveaway. And tomorrow night, I will be live again at probably 9 p.m. tomorrow night. And we are going to give away free merch. And maybe do a question answer. Probably just encourage you guys, hang out for a little bit, and do a giveaway. So tomorrow, be here again, 9 p.m. Instagram and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for listening to this and just being here with me. And I know it's late, so everybody else who's watching the replay, comment down replay so I know you made it this far. And yay! Yeah, that would be awesome. Cool. Tasha, you guys played it at the women's conference tonight. That is so fun. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. I can't wait to do these songs live for the first time. That's going to be fun. I did It Never Leaves, my single that came out on Good Friday. You guys, that's also an amazing one. That's more worship like vibes, okay? So I sang that live for the very first time without Brandon last month in Texas, and that was emotional. Playing that song and singing it for the first time live and Brandon not being beside me. Ooh-wee, that was emotional. That was emotional, but it was good. Yay, I love that you listen to it in the car. It always sounds better in the car. That is so funny though, Hope. It always sounds better in the car. I told all my friends last night, I showed up to the house and they had a surprise party for me and we ate cake and all of the food. They made me tacos, my favorite food ever. And we ate and then we were like, okay, let's hook up the album to your TV and stream it to your TV and listen to it together for the first time. Because they hadn't heard it at all other than what I've shared on social media, the little bitty clips that don't even do it justice. And the TV wasn't doing it. So I literally shut it off and I was like, no, we are not listening to this album on this TV where it sounds like not good. I said, we're going out to the car. Everybody, let's go out to the car. We piled into the car and I turned it on and turned the music up, and that's how we listened to it. And it just does. You could feel the bass. It's so good. It's so much better in the car. So you got to go like turn it on, drive down the road, go get you coffee or something, and just let it play. It's so good. I love you, friends. I hope you continue to enjoy it. You guys share, and the more you share, the more you get put in the giveaway. I'll be back on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to announce the winners of the giveaway. I'm literally probably going to give away 5 to 10 winners are going to get something. So, okay, love you guys. Thank you for everything, and I hope that you love the album and listen to it so many times. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.